Well, hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit. And today I have the honor of interviewing my friend Nicole, the lead singer of my personal favorite band from Prague, Stellaris. How you doing, Nicole? And welcome to the playground.
Welcome to the playground. It hasn't changed since you were a child. Just to keep me playing now. It's scary, it's crime, it's the fun of life. Thank you so much for inviting me. I was very happy when you reached me out that you want to do another interview. So I will look forward what questions you have for me.
Yeah, actually, it's really cool. You are actually the very first person to come back. So it's already a plus. We're off to a good start here. So I love following your band. I ever since I found them, I love your social media game is on point. I just love seeing the growth of your band. It's just been amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
So
I
like
appreciate it.
I'm so jealous of your social media game because I have none. Mine is awful. And so I just keep telling people, I'm like, trust me, just go to YouTube. YouTube's where it's at. But like my Instagram, Facebook, it's all awful. But you guys, I'm so jealous of it. But anyway, I love it. And it's because you guys are all over the place. You've been touring left and right. It's just been just so cool to see your, transition. So anyway, with all the touring going on, I've noticed you guys have played all through Europe and all kinds of big shows. I think Summer Breeze this summer was
Yeah.
huge. What was that like?
Well, playing Summer Breeze or festival big like Summer Breeze is always really rewarding. And when I like first heard that we might play there, I didn't believe it. And then when they just sent us like the agreement and everything on my email, on our email, then I was like, oh my God, so it's really happening. And we were like working on our show and everything quite a lot because it was really important, and not because there are a lot of people and it's a huge thing, but also the thing that a lot of people, like important people, are there, and the people you need, like booking agents, labels, all the stuff. It was quite like stressful, and
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that usually I'm not really nervous before. Oh, I have my doggo here.
Oh, no
Uh,
worries.
I usually am not nervous before the shows, but there were a couple of shows where I was nervous a lot, and this one was definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm. Like, what's it like just going out and just seeing like that many people? Is it just like what is it nervous, but once you get on stage, it just all goes away, or is it always still there?
Well, for example, when we played in Bucharest with Megadeth,
Mm-hmm.
it disappeared after like one song.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was just enjoying my time, and I tried to survive the extreme heat
Mm-hmm.
because we were playing, and the sun was shining straight to us. It's like 50 degrees on stage, so it was very challenging. But it disappeared. But here on Summer Breeze, I would tell that it didn't.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, I had it the whole fucking time on the stage. But the people were amazing. And I always really enjoy playing in Germany. Their
Mm-hmm.
metal scene is really something. And they're just proving it with every single show we're playing there. So, yeah, it was basically just unbelievable. Then
Mm-hmm.
we had a signing session right like after the show. It was like 1 hour after that. And there was like a huge queue, and people were waiting for us there. And I know, like, we heard a lot of amazing things that
Mm-hmm.
these people told us, but also there were like one guy, and he told us that he was following us since the day one, and
Wow.
that he's so happy that he finally saw us live. And I was like, okay, so after like 5 years, this is like 5 years, I think, when we first kicked out the first single, and uh, he haven't seen us live until Summer Breeze. And it was really something, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, especially during, like in this modern world full of online things, sometimes you feel that that you're not seen,
Hmm.
that you're just invisible. And hearing people offline saying something like this is really it's like a game changing. These are the moments when you feel that what you're doing actually maybe makes sense.
No, actually, I completely understand, and I go through that too on my side, and where you try to grow this channel, and you try to, and then you have these like little moments where something will happen, and it validates everything that you've been doing, because it is easy to doubt yourself and go, what am I doing this for? No, either nobody's watching or whatever, but then you get those little moments, and I'll be honest with you, I just talked to Nora from Battle Beast, and
Yes, I know. I
and
know.
and at the very end she kind of said that she was like, you do good at what you do, and I was just like, yes. That was that little bit of like validation that's like, okay, cool, I can keep doing this. And so
And it's definitely true. Like talking to you is really nice because
mhm,
you're a really nice guy and really kind guy. And it's so easy to talk to you that like when I talk to you, I don't feel that it's something that is going to be on YouTube. That is
mm.
something that is going to be, on our socials. I just feel that we're just like hanging out and it's like a nice talk and that's it. And it's
Well,
really cool.
well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's all, for me, it's just all like straight honesty. It is what it is. There's no, fake anything. So it's pretty great. But you mentioned the guy in at Summer Breeze, and I feel like I'm going to be the exact same way when you guys finally get to America. And I saw that you guys have a booking agent in America. Are there any tour dates or anything that we can talk
Yes, I
about?
will. Yes, yes. She sent me a message that she's trying to get us on some shows or festivals, and she told me that she will just because are going. This is going to be the first time for us in US,
Hmm.
and she told me that she will try to get us like somewhere, and from that point, she will just do the whole tour around it. But she's also representing a really good bands,
Oh, good.
and I think if we could go with them on tour, it would be like a huge step for us.
Hmm.
And it would be like simply amazing because I always dreamt to go to America and just to see it. And if I can do it and even play shows there, it would be just super cool. So,
Hmm.
like, I think I wouldn't say 100% because nothing is for 100%,
Sure.
but I think that with her is like a really huge chance that we really go there, but there are no dates set
Okay.
yet.
Okay, well, make sure that when you're planning this out, there's some East Coast dates, preferably near Washington, D.C., but I will definitely be there. It's going to be one of those where yeah, I've been following your band for so long, and finally get to see you guys live because you are fearless live. I've seen so many, you know, so much footage on YouTube, and you have no problems going right into the crowd, right in the middle of the pit, and doing, performing your songs. And it's very rare that people do that, and you just have this like willing to go in there. How like is that something that it just sort of, does it happen at like most shows, or is it just whenever you're just feeling the vibe, you just jump right in?
Well, I usually go to the crowd
Hmm.
almost, I would say almost every single show, but there are some shows that I really don't feel that I should do it.
Okay.
And it's just that you really feel that these people are not ready for that. They don't want to do this. They just
Hmm.
want to be there and just look at you because from what I've seen so far is that when people know us, they're crazy,
Hmm.
and it's just like a huge mosh pit and wall of death and everything.
Hmm.
But when people see us for the first time, it's more like that they, at least the half of the set, they just want to watch us. And
Hmm.
they just want to, take a listen and just be there and enjoy the music and exploring like whether they like our music and our performance or not. And so Sometimes I don't do this, but
Okay.
this is also like when I don't feel it. It's just also like when I'm jump on the crowd, when I do the stage diving, I have to be 100% sure that they're going to catch me.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it. For example, yesterday we had a show here in Czech Republic, and I knew that I can ask them for some mosh pit or like a small, like a wall of death, but
Hmm.
I was sure that I can do stage diving because this type of audience, they don't want to do this.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I always wonder about that because stage diving is just something I've never done, nor crowd surfing, because I'm always afraid of like there's nobody that's gonna like take me across. So yeah, but there's like a fearlessness that you kind of have to have, I think, just to be able to jump in and do that kind of stuff. But anyway, back to your live. With the touring that you've done, and you guys have done more and more touring each year that goes on. Is there something that you have learned that you have to do in order to stay alive, basically, during the tour? Keep the voice up, but also just, make sure that you can be prepared?
Yes. Well, I would say that with every year, I'm just kind of like a growing up and and like I've been to a lot of things and it's just like mentally I think like I'm getting stronger and stronger because the whole things that happened to me like in my head I had to like deal with them and I would say that like when somebody tells you that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually true. And so like with every single tour I'm more like calmer. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that afraid, but there are certain things that I'm following up of every single time we're just like somewhere else. And it's basically that I really need to have like sleep, and proper sleep. And if when it's not possible to sleep in a hotel for like your 8 hours or longer, then I'm sleeping in a van. Because like when I feel that it's not enough, that I didn't have enough sleep, then I'm just sleeping in a van because I really need it. And guys know that, so they're okay with that. I'm just like whenever I can, I'm just like driving the van and just so they can have a rest. But when I just don't feel that good, I'm just telling them I can't. I have to go to sleep because otherwise I wouldn't be able to sing. So I'm just very careful about sleeping. Also, I'm staying hydrated the whole day, so I'm just drinking a lot of water, so my body is well hydrated. Um, Also, I have like a lot of good food with me because I'm vegan. So sometimes it's difficult to find something for me to eat, and so I'm just trying to have some really good and like nutritionally good things to have with me, so my body is okay. So nothing is like so the body is not missing anything,
Yeah.
and doing proper warm up before every single show, and I have some pills with me. I also have some herbs that I'm just like inhaling, that
Hmm.
I put in hot water and inhale those herbs. So basically, that's it. It's not a like easy job, but I love it.
Exactly. So it seems like you're doing all the right things. The last couple of bands I've talked to, and I ask, bands that have been around for like 30 plus years, I always kind of ask that whole touring, like what do you have to do? And sleep is like the number one thing. Everybody says sleep, and it's just like, hey, that's what's going to keep you going for the next, 30 plus years. So, you're obviously
Exactly.
doing the right things there. When you go to like a summer breeze and you get to talk to other musicians and bands, are there any like in bigger bands that kind of give you all kinds of cool advice? Or is it just more just cordial, like a quick meet and greet, or do they actually give you like touring advice?
Well, actually, we haven't been talking to like any bands like
Mhm.
here on Summer Breeze because they usually just
Get in and get
go
out.
somewhere and then just don't talk to you. But So, well, from this point, no. Uh, I talked to Marco and Daria,
Mm-hmm.
but it was also like very quick, and all I asked is a quest like photo. So
Oh, okay.
So basically, no, no,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have any advices from this, and it's basically like the things I've just learned from, for example, interviews that they had, these like huge bands or artists that I'm following up. So, and also from the vocal coaches
Mm-hmm.
and from my like myself, because I'm just checking my body and checking everything, like how is working and if everything is okay and what should I do and what should I take, and it's like that. But basically, I'm kind of boring like during the tour because I'm not talking that much
Mm-hmm.
because I need to like for example, at least half of the day I'm not talking,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm talking just a little bit when I feel that it's right. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I always assume, and this is where I think I'm in dreamland. I always just assume backstage where there's a bunch of bands coming, it's always like the elder statesmen, the older bands give advice, and like I just assume that it's like they take somebody under their wing and they say, "This is how you survive," and give. I don't know why. I just in my head I think that that's what they do.
Maybe it's working like this when you are actually on tour
Hmm.
with the band like this, but not on the festivals, I would
Yeah.
say.
Okay. Well, there you go. And then one final thing on the touring, and then we're going to get to the new music because I'm very excited about that as well. But I know it was last year, I believe, you guys got completely robbed, right? On the didn't your van got robbed and you guys lost instruments? What happened with that? Did they ever find the people that did it, or because that is awful. Fortunately, I think you guys have been able to recoup, but is there a way to protect against that going forward? Like, it is what it is.
I think it is what it is. Maybe if somebody was there, like personally in that
Hmm.
van, but
Hmm.
it would be like every single time, like somebody would have to be in a van. And I think you can have some alarms and you can have some kind of like these things,
Hmm.
but I think that like mostly when somebody decides to rob you, they will do it anyways.
Hmm.
So maybe there is, but I think that we're not the first and not the last band that was
Yeah.
robbed. And I, oh God,
I felt
and I
so awful for you guys because I know, like, as a young band, that's tough. That's not something that you can just go and order more. You can't just, call the company and say, "Hey, send us all more new stuff."
yes, yes. Luckily, we have really great fans, and they sent us money to buy those things like in 2 days.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I
Okay.
set a transfer an account in a bank, and people sent us money in 2 days,
That
which
is
is unbelievable.
fantastic. Now that's amazing. And that's one of the things that I wanted to bring this up because I think a lot of people don't understand how, crippling that can be especially to a younger band, because touring alone costs a lot of money. And I always try to tell people to, buy merch as much as you can because that's what's going to get your bands to the next, city, the next state. And,
True.
in
Yeah.
this case, it's good that you guys were able to, get reimbursed or get your equipment sooner rather than later. But it is definitely one of those things that, like I said, I wanted to bring up. And I think folks, if you're, watching out there, these things do happen and they're going to happen, unfortunately, more often than not. And so that's where it's extra important to make sure that you're buying merch as much as you can. I almost have like a budget I always, factor in because I've already bought the ticket. And so it's like I always, when I go to a show, I want to make sure that, like, I have now too many band shirts, but either way, it's my way of, saying thank you. And especially the bands that are on the support act versus,
That, that's amazing because like you're doing amazing job because this is usually I don't want to say like the only like source of money for the bands, but I can tell you that even one T-shirt can make a difference.
Hmm.
and it's helping us a lot. And I would say that we survived all the tours we did, like a lot of on merch,
Hmm.
because people were really nice and really kind, and they were buying our merchandise a lot. And this is basically what like kept us just going on.
Hmm. And absolutely, I think it's definitely imperative. So, especially when you go see Stellaris, folks, buy merch. But even if you're just going to see any band, make sure you buy merch. And speaking of merch, we have a new EP coming out November 7th, I believe,
Yeah. Yes.
and it's called Shatter and Bloom. How do you decide on doing an EP versus a LP in this case?
Yeah. We felt that that we haven't released like anything in quite a long time. I think it's like 2 years since we released our album
Mhm.
Persistence, and we wanted to have something physical because we also joined forces with Andrea in US, and I was talking to her about this thing, and I told her like, okay, so if we go to US next year, I think it would be cool if we had something physical, something already released, because like singles are cool, but when you have something on vinyls or CDs, is always like really good when you have something like, wrapped. And so we were talking about this thing, and we decided that we want to release EP instead of like a normal album.
Mhm.
And I think that we did like a really good decision, because I really like it. Like just the way it is going to have like five songs, 4 hours, and one is a cover of Nicki Minaj Starships. And basically, Sharon Bloom, it contains like 2 songs that I wrote with our former guitarist, and 2 songs that I wrote with our current guitarist. And it's kind of like separate, which is like,
Mhm.
that's why it's also called Shatter and Bloom, because as a band, and for me, even for me as a person, we went through some difficult times, and everything was kind of like yeah, I had to like shatter a lot of things,
Mhm.
and from this like ashes I just let something new and beautiful bloom, which is not easy process, but it's something that you have to do when you want to grow up as a musician, as a person, as a band, and when you want to achieve really good things and just move forward, because some people don't want to go like further. They would just want to be like, on the spot where they were born, and they don't want to evolve. They don't want to do anything more,
Mhm.
and they're just like waiting on the same spot. And this is something I don't want to do. And yeah, so basically, I felt that this is the right thing to do. And yeah, but don't worry, this is EP, but the next thing is going to be a normal full length album, and we are already working on it. So let's see how it's going to be.
Awesome. And you mentioned the Nicki Minaj Starships. This is how out of touch I am. I did a reaction to it, and I had actually never heard the Nicki Minaj song, so it was brand new for me, hearing your version, and I loved it.
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get away. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found the bottom like that. Bitches like me, it's hard to come by.
I think that is almost part of, I'd say, the bloom from the transition, because it was just a whole different side of you that I was able to see in that song. What I always find fascinating, what I love about your music is you always look so sweet and innocent, and then the growls come in, and it's just sort of like rah. And so with Starships, you got that sense of fun. There was a sense of fun to it, which is a really, really cool side as well. And so I loved that. So I've also noticed some of the newer stuff has a little bit more of that digital kind of like I don't not techno, but it's got that dance kind of vibe to it, which I think is a
Yes.
great transition.
Thank you.
How did the Nicki Minaj thing even happen? I'm very curious to see how that
Yeah.
happened.
So we were on our Eastern European tour, and we were in Romania, and we were sitting in accommodation at like above the club we were playing, and we were just sitting there hanging around, and we were listening to some pop songs because we already knew that we want to do this like cover of some pop song. And so we were searching for something like that is going to be right. And we didn't know like what to do. I just told the guys that I really need something that is going to be bouncy, that is going to be easy to recreate, to put breakdowns in it, and just something that it's not new, that it's not trending now, but that it was something like a big thing back then. And when I was like describing the thing I would like to have, then our current guitarist, Andreas, he was like, "What about this song?" I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "It's Nicki Minaj." I was like, "No, but she's rapping, no? She's not
Yeah.
singing." And he was like, "No, but this is actually singing." So he put it on, and I was like, "That's it." And I was listening to this song the whole night, and I knew that this is going to be it. Very. And so this is basically like what I was like thinking, like this is it. We can very easily just to recreate it and put the breakdown in it, and it was very easy to work with it. Work with it. So that's how it all like was created, actually.
Have you heard from like Nicki Minaj or her people on your version of it, or have they not really said anything?
I haven't. I don't know, like if they seen it or not. But yeah, like I think I don't know actually.
I'd just be kind of curious to see what she thought as far as somebody else, doing it, and especially making it more aggressive.
But bitches go
With the breakdown.
Yeah. Well, she's kind of like a cheeky herself, so maybe she would be okay with that. But who knows?
Awesome. Well, I personally loved it, so I think it's great, and also "Silence After Violence" too. The latest single, the "Welcome to the Playground" is just stuck in my head. Like I always just go, "Welcome to the playground."
Welcome to the playground. It has the chances to return. Just let me sell again tonight. You'll see. Welcome to the playground. It has the chances to return. Just to keep me playing now. Makes you scared, makes you cry, makes you look for your own life.
So, and that's actually a much more serious song. Tell me about that song.
Like lyrically, like how did it happen, or yeah. So I was thinking about like another song after like after Monster and Time's Up, and well, that's time I didn't know. I felt that there was like a lot of aggression like in society, and also there was like during the Christmas time there was like a huge attack on like Charles University in Prague, the guy who was shooting in the university. And when I saw it, I didn't feel good, because when I was studying when I was studying at sorry, Scarlett is just checking something, and it just fell down. She's scared. I'm sorry.
I'm a new dog owner myself, so I understand.
Yeah. So I was very like touched by this like what happened. And at that time, when I was like really into the like writing this music, then I saw Adolescent is on Netflix. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You should. It's really like I don't want to be a spoiler. You have to see it for yourself. But basically, it's just about like young people and children, basically, who are more and more like online and who also feel like isolated from society and from this offline world, and they just live more in the online world. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, like when I saw it, I was like, I have to really write about it. And that was like the idea, like, welcome to the playground. Because, like, when you imagine like what's happening in the world with all those wars going on, and with the rising amount of children who are committing some like serious, crimes, it's just that like when you're young and when you're a child and you're playing on a playground, then you're just like pretending that you're a bad guy or a police officer, or you're just like pretending a lot of things. But when you grow up, the only thing that changes it's the weapons. That you don't have just sticks, you have actually knives, you have guns, you have all those things. And this is just I really have to write about it. I just really didn't feel that it should be untouched. And so yeah, when I saw this, and I think it's like it's yeah, it's a movie. I think it has like some chapters, and so yeah, when I saw it, it was like this is tough.
Yeah.
And I was pretty sure that it's just something that we really have to talk about and sing about, and that's how it can like welcome to the playground, and at the end, welcome to the battleground, because
Yeah.
that is what it is. You're just like changing the weapons, you're just changing the game, but you're playing kind of on the same playing ground.
It's awesome. It is definitely a powerful song, and I can't stress how much I love it. Same with Time's Up. Like I feel bad for whoever the person is that caused such aggression. And I think we talked about it the last time we spoke about people in your life, as far as like, do they try to poke the bear a little bit just to get a song out of it? Because the sheer just anger that comes out, I'm sitting there like, wow, what did that person do? Was that based on a personal situation, or
Um,
not
yeah.
naming names or anything like that? But
It was like it was not really like my story. It wasn't my like situation, but it happened to somebody that I really care about, and that I really like. And but I felt that what this guy did to the person I like, I felt it very personally, and I was really upset that like these bad things happened. And at that time, when I was writing Monster and Time's Up, I also wasn't really in a good like mood, and I wasn't really in a good situation, like in my head, and also with people I had around myself. And that's why Monster and Time's Up are very aggressive and very frustrated and very angry, because that's how I basically felt, and that's how I just wanted to like scream about it and sing about it, because I was really upset and I just really needed the world to hear it, because it was really bad what this guy did. And it's also like a warning, because he doesn't know how to live offline. He knows only how to live online. And with his acts, he's actually harming the people, and he doesn't know it. Or maybe he does right now, but he just, I think just we will never grow up.
mhm.
That's the point.
Does he know? Do you know if he's heard the song, and does he know that
I'm
it's
pretty sure he
about
did.
him?
I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe he didn't like recognize himself there, but I'm pretty sure he did hear it.
There's a part of me that's always wanted to be a part of somebody's song. Like I don't know. I don't want it to be bad. Like I'd rather have it be, oh, he's a really friendly guy, you know. But I want to be able to go, yeah, that was me, you know. I don't
I
know.
don't know how to write about positive things, you know.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
If you ever
Well,
want
for
to write,
me, the driving force is more like anger and frustration and more like deeper things. And I don't really know how to write about nice things,
yeah.
actually.
Well, if it ever shows up and you're, talking about a YouTube guy,
Then I
some
will dedicate the
random
content
YouTube
to
guy,
you.
I'm gonna be like, that might be me, you know?
Exactly, exactly.
But it is funny when I hear these songs because they sound so personal in the way you deliver them. I get protective over you. I'm always like, no, how is that person doing that? She's so nice. You know,
Thank you.
I know you guys have, if I'm correct, you have on your Patreon, you have a whole meetup session going on pretty soon. So we'll wind this one down. But what is like, how can people, I guess, I don't even know anything about Patreon. You'd think I probably should, but so people can just go to your Patreon account and like, what would you guys just do you do regular meetups or how does that work?
Exactly. Like basically, we are sharing things that are not like public or that we just want to keep like for just for the Patreons. We're just we are sharing there, and you have like early access to everything we are releasing and for all those things. So you have everything like as like from the first hand. And we have regular like meetings online. It's once in a month, and we are talking about like what's new in our band, and we are talking about the songs we just released, and we were talking like basically we start from some point, and then we continue to talk about something else. For example, also even mental health and how to survive and everything.
Awesome. So I encourage everybody out there to definitely check out the Patreon. And once again, just like buying merch and all that, it absolutely helps,
Thank you.
bands out. It's definitely important to, get the word out for Patreon and any way you can help a band, especially a younger band, absolutely go out and do it. With that being said, Nicole, thank you so much for joining me again. And I am literally just waiting for the day when you guys say that you're going to be in America and hopefully East Coast. And I will 100% be there because I have to see you guys live. I've seen too many videos online and I get so jealous of everybody that's gone to the shows. So I'm definitely going to be there and hopefully we can do another interview live.
That would be amazing.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.